You know, guys, I'm having second thoughts. I don't think we should cut it.
Too late.
Oh, yeah. Well, too late. All right. What's going on, everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things. Today I am down here right outside of Fayetteville, Arkansas, and we are going to be installing new bumpers on the Tacoma build. I've got Thomas over here. What's up, dude?
What up, bro?
From Backwoods Adventure Mods, and he's going to be helping out with the install. We already went ahead and pulled the bumper because it was super muddy. We just cleaned this thing off after trailing yesterday, so stock bumper on the floor over here. And now, as soon as the bumpers show up at the shop, we're going to get things installed on here. It's honestly not too muddy for what we were doing yesterday.
Yeah, it's not bad.
If you guys haven't caught that video, I'll leave a link for it right up here in the corner. So we are going to be installing both front and rear bumpers from Backwoods Adventure Mod. The high clearance in the front, high clearance in the rear. I'm not doing a bull bar, but I am doing the swing outs on the rear. Let's look at your truck real quick.
Yeah, let's check it out.
So here is Thomas's 16 Tacoma. He's got super cool GFC on the back. I'm jealous of the tangerine tent.
Dude, it's sick.
The thing is so cool. We actually both have our tents out right now because they were wet from camping the other night. But we're talking about bumpers. So here is the Backwoods bumper. Give us a rundown of what you got on here, how you have it set up.
Yeah, so this is our aluminum bumper. It's aluminum here, but you got steel in the winch cradle. So whenever you have your winch in there, you've got also extra bracing that ties into the frame. So you get all the weight and the strength of steel here. So it's about 50 pounds. And then this aluminum shell is about 32 pounds, I believe. So total your bumper weighs about 85, 90 pounds, but you still have all the strength of a steel bumper just with the aluminum outer shell to save weight.
And that's super important because people who kit up Tacomas, they put a lot of really heavy gear on here, so I'm trying to save weight where I can. I know the truck's going to be heavy anyway, but having the aluminum bumper on here is going to be pretty nice. We're also going to do some Pathfinder prowlers. I think I'm going to opt for the amber, and then I'm going to do the white lights outside like Thomas has. You have the VR10 in here?
VR10S, yeah.
10S with a synthetic line. I'm gonna also be installing that, and you can see how much higher this bumper rides, giving you way more clearance for tires like 35s, or in his case, 33s. Now let's swing around to the back. You can see the high clearance in the rear. Mine, it does not rub in the rear, but it's pretty dang close. So we're gonna be actually cutting this line right here, and then boom, the swing outs. So this is a steel bumper down on the bottom. The swing outs, she's about to show us, those are aluminum. So definitely the lightest swing out bumper on the market out there right now. I'm gonna be mounting a full size 35-inch tire, Toyo Open Countries with the Black Rhino Abrams. And then on this side, I'm probably gonna do Roto Packs or something different. We'll see how it goes when we get there. This thing's rad.
Thanks, bro.
All right, so Grant's here now.
What up, boys?
What up, dude?
I didn't know what to do.
Dude, I did the same thing. I was like...
So we're going to be working out a game plan on getting everything set up. We have a lot of the parts here already, including the lighting over there. So we're going to sort of mock this up with the winch cradle, the actual steel portion of the bumper. And then we're going to be mounting up the Warn VR Evo 10S synthetic line. You guys may have seen my video of switching out my steel cable on the winch on the Sat van. So this is coming with a synthetic line right from the start, and I'm stoked that I won't have to change that. Some things I will be changing are probably the fair lead and the hook and some other things like that. This thing is wireless too. So you can be sitting in your truck using this without actually having it connected with the cable, but you can use the cable too. So as we're fitting things here, what's going to make this install a lot easier than doing it with a stock bumper is I picked up some bumper caps from running for tacos. So it has the line already cut, and I believe it will fit pretty dang well with the actual bumper. Now, Grant's going to drop in the VR10 into the winch cradle. Sure everything's out of there.
Oh.
There it is.
There you go.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yep. This is about as heavy as the whole bumper.
Seriously.
Alright, you should be good to go.
Alright.
Nice and easy. Great for DIYing.
Great for DIYing.
Totally a one-man job.
Speaking of that, I also one-man jobbed the Sprinter install as well. Same thing with the winch, and that bumper is large, but still pretty light. So to wire this whole thing up, everything is wired for the most part, but you do have to attach the ground wire, which is what Nemo is doing right now. Now we're dropping the nuts underneath. And once we lay it flat into the cradle,
Here we go.
now we can put the bolts right up through.
Thank you.
Yep. Now if we just get these in hand tight, like that, we can slide the winch to the back of the cradle, and that gives us enough room to install the fair lead right here.
If you forget to do it.
If you forget to put the fair lead on, you can do it this way.
Now for the trim, we gotta cut off this part of the fender right here. Got it.
All right, the cut is complete. It's looking pretty dang clean. We even cut the inside there, wheel wells. So Thomas is installing these frame support brackets, which will more evenly distribute the load while winching. And those are going to mount up right between these bolts here in the center and then back to basically where the sway arm connects. Grant is setting up for the rear bumper video. Check out this kit back here that he has all laid out.
Laid out and dialed in.
Ooh. So full high clearance steel bumper with the aluminum swing outs to mount up whatever we see fit. Of course, I'm doing the spare tire on the right side, probably roto packs on the left. Bunch of little components, but also not too terrible for DIYing, I guess. After a little bit of fighting, we got these things on here, and it's looking good. Thanks, Thomas. So as you can see, the brackets come back here and they mount into the sway bar area where I actually have the reservoir mounted. So the reservoir is on a bracket that comes down right around here, and we got those bolts in there. Everything is cleaned up, good to go. Now Nemo is getting the Pathfinder pod lights ready. We're gonna install these in the bumper right over here before we actually throw the bumper on. And then once those are installed, the Prowler lights will go right on top here. Morning, Nemo. What up? It's a new day. We took a little break to get some pizza and wings, a little bit of sleep last night, and now back to finishing the front bumper. Look at the lines of this thing. Ooh, looks so good. So the winch is still sitting in here a little bit loose. Once we get everything dialed up front with the wiring of the Pathfinder lights, got the pod lights in already, working on the Prowlers now. Then once that is all buttoned up, we can tighten that down, and this part of the project will be done, and then we'll move over to the rear. So on Nemo's truck, he's running the white Prowlers and the white pod lights. Grant's truck, he's running the amber Prowlers and the amber pod lights. I chose to run the white pod lights and these amber Prowler from Pathfinders. All right, a few minutes later, and the Prowlers are now mounted up. We're gonna secure those down and then realign the bumper, and then we will be done up front, aside from the wiring. Coming around to the back, Evan and Grant are working on their own install video, which you guys can find over on their channel, and we're about to cut the truck. You know, guys, I'm having second thoughts. I don't think we should cut it.
Too late.
So Evan made all these measurements here for the line that we're going to be cutting, and I'll just let you guys take it away.
Yeah.
right.
I'll give you the privilege of
It's time
cutting
for
it.
carnage.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, ours is like.
Mine's like,
Lots of time with a cutoff wheel.
yeah.
Buttery.
Ooh. Didn't even need to edge trim that. It's so annoying. Mine needed so much edge trim.
You needed a new bedside.
I did. I literally had to go back in and paint it after I did it.
And if anyone wants a piece of my truck, I will give this away at some point, I guess.
So just a few hours later, we've wrapped up the install, and check this out.
Dude, looks so good.
Stuff.
So real quick, one more walk around. We did bumpers, winch, and lighting for the whole truck. Backwoods, everything of course. The front bumper, no bull bar. The worn VR Evo 10S with a synthetic line in there. I probably will end up changing out the fair lead a little bit in the future. And then to go in the bumper, we have white Pathfinder pod lights and then the big old amber prowlers on here. Nemo killed it with the wiring. I can show you guys that in a future video. But on the inside, we have the Garmin power switch, which everything is wired up to. I can control that from my phone or also on my Overlander. Inside, just a little button on the screen, and then these things pop right on. And then coming around to the back, again, if you guys want to see the install video of this rear swing out setup, you can check out the video that Grant made while we were down here. Swing out doors open right here. Pathfinder scene lights. I can pop those on when I'm reversing or just have them on the trail. We have license plate lights. We have the backup camera reinstalled. The hitch right here. And those are the swing outs all the way open. Nothing mounted to them yet, but that will come in the future. Now to close these things up, you just grab that little T-latch, start to swing it out of the way, and then you can push it closed. Passenger side first, driver side, latch that underneath, push it closed, and there we have the finished product.
So there you guys have part 2 install of the Tacoma build, bumpers, light, winch. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you see these bumpers, you have a Tacoma, something that you want to throw on there, or a Sprinter, or anything else that Backwoods makes when it comes to bumpers, accessories, or even lighting from Pathfinder, you can use this code right here, Talon at checkout. You can get 10% off of all of this gear. That equates to huge savings. So if you like what you see, definitely go check that out. And huge thank you to Backwoods and all the guys involved in this process for making it happen. Can't wait to get the truck back out on some trails. So if you're new to this channel, consider clicking subscribe. I make new videos every week. As always, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one. The little hand won't cover it.